And hello everyone, welcome back. So in this video we will be talking about epic AoE decrease attack champions with 50% version. The big one, let's jump right on into it. And I believe the first chap is here. And we are looking for a champion that we get for free. So this is a champion everyone is going to get, 150 whatever it is. Play the game long enough or just log in every day, you will get Grush. Very good champion for clan boss, is good in dungeons. You can use him in Doom Tower as well. It's okay. So he's got a leech debuff on the target before attacking, which is kind of cool. Here we go. AoE, 60% chance you can book it to 100 and reduce the cooldown of it. And it's 50% decrease attack, or that's a stipulation, decrease crit damage debuff for 2 turns. Both of them work quite well. You are going for decrease attack, that's kind of the one you want. And for a champion you get for free, he is really good. Second AoE here. Put up a continuous heal buffing all allies for 2 turns, which is nice. Places an additional 7.5% continuous heal buff on all allies for 1 turn if at least one enemy is hit with a crit. So if you see multiple continuous heals going up, you know he's critting. I mean, he hits hard enough, but he's really there for the debuffs and stuff with the leech. Overall, a really strong champion. He is a login reward champion, so you will get him at some point. You don't have to be too worried about that. So, we are looking for, I believe he might be here. I'm not sure where. There we go. One of the coolest looking champions in the game. We've looked through him before. He's got this poor little dude stuck to a shield. Skulls everywhere. Cool alien kind of hair. A blade on his forehead, so yeah, and a weapon that would mess you up. Decrease accuracy. It's a 2-hitter, which is quite good, just to block debuffs. AoE, bookable to 100% chance of placing decrease attack debuff for 2 turns, and also a chance of placing decreased defense on each critical hit. So give him crit rate, some accuracy, and then he will be your AoE, and he can smack. I've seen videos, he can actually hit quite hard. He is, people are saying, better than Stagnite. Yet to be seen, I do not have this champion. But decrease attack and defense in the same move is quite strong. We like it. Places on his A3 a provoke for 1 turn on the enemy target. Also has a chance of placing a provoke debuff for 1 turn on 2 random enemies. Effectively, he will just provoke the majority of enemies that are coming towards you, and he'll be tanky enough and strong enough, he will protect himself. And alongside that, he can put reflect damage and an unkillable buff for 1 turn. So reflect damage for 2 turns, unkillable for 1. Really nice, really strong. It's good that he's a decreased attack champion and decreased defense, but having provoke is also a very strong part of your game, so if you have him, he's worth looking into. So now we go this way. We have the Apothecary of the Night Revenant's World. You have Golden Reaper. First and foremost is speed, 111. Really insane. So there's a chance of decreasing the cooldown of one of a random ally's skills by 1 turn on an A1. Strong, nice. AoE, 50% chance, bookable to go up to place big version of decrease attack debuff for 2 turns. Decreases the turn meter of each target by 20% if they are not under a decrease attack. So if they have resistance, this does not go on, you're guaranteed you're going to take some turn meter. You're just effectively holding them up. Very strong move indeed. Alacrity is the one where, well, she is known for this one. This is the speed boost, the turn meter boost by 20%, and also a 30% increased speed buff on all allies. I've seen her in arena, I've seen her in certain teams going through dungeons and friends who've used it, etc. Mine is at level 40. I don't think she's got any plans to be any faster, but she's a really good champion. She is void, so if you can get her, you'll probably find a use for her. Now I wonder if the champion is here. Yep. Eox the Rememberer, the one that you would potentially be taking into clan boss, just based on his kit, which he is a 2-hitter. There's up to 30% chance to place a poison debuff for 2 turns. So. He has a heal. Heals each ally by an extra percentage for each debuff on the target when he attacks. But Weight of Aeons is places to decrease attack debuff on all enemies for 2 turns. Also has you can increase the chance of this of decreasing turn meter by 20%. Places decrease crit rate debuff for 2 turns if they have 50% or more turn meter after the turn meter decrease. So really nice. If you do use him for a clan boss, decrease crit rate attack, I mean, it's, you know that he's going to be immune to turn meter, so if they still have higher turn meter, decrease crit rate. I'm not sure, they decrease attack unless it's unkillable is what you're really aiming for. With a passive, increases the duration of 2 random debuffs on the attacker by 1 turn when attacked. So clan boss again, you throw up poisons, you throw up a weaken, decrease defense, decrease attack, decrease speed. You can just kinda do like a mini vizier and you can just continue that on. It will stay on as long as you can stay it on. So now we have to go to, this is people's favourite for sure, one of their favourites. If anybody mentions decreased attack, it may have to do with Madame Serras. Because she'll put it up with decreased defense, plus she'll take all your buffs off, plus she'll put fears and a bit of shield on herself, have a little AoE. She really is just, I would love a Madame Serras. I wouldn't kill for one, but it's pretty close. It is pretty close. This is just so damn good. The design's nice. She's a hot little witch. And quick look at the A1. She'll place a fear debuff for a turn on 20% chance. Chance increases to 30 if the target is under a debuff. If it's 2 or more debuffs, 45% chance. So if they have the decreased defense and weaken randomly, Panic Spread can help. AoE, 40% chance of stealing 1 random buff from his target. This can be annoying. She will place block debuffs on all allies for 2 turns if any buff is stolen, so block debuffs is quite good. Places a true fear debuff for 1 turn on enemies who have buffs stolen. So it steals a buff, true fears you. She is just, unless you can use Madame Serras to find out how good she is, you watch other people use her and just see how good she is. But Midnight Ritual, damn, I hate this when I see a Serras. Because this hurts when you buff up your team and you're like, right, I'm ready to go. And she comes in, removes all buffs. Chink, all gone, unless you have mighty high resistance. So when she takes off your shield, maybe your increased attack, your increased speed, whatever, makes no difference what it is, continuous shields, she just takes it all off. She then decreases your attack and your defense. And that's 2 turns. This is the Platinum Arena, one of the strategies used, because it will just set up a Trunda or any nuker after this to absolutely smash who is in their way. If you have Madame Serras, you're so lucky. Yeah, and it's you're lucky, and it's unfair. Because everybody should have one. So, Let's jump over to Vergara Sergeant. She is somebody that's relatively new for me. I've now got 27 stars in dwarves because I now have dwarves worthy of using. And never before, they were just mostly rares, and they will not beat nothing, so didn't put on much effort. Got a few. Melga is one of the other ones, but Vergara Sergeant is a great little champion, literally. She has decreased defense on the A1, which is nice. AoE decreased attack. She heals by 25% of the damage inflicted. Kind of like Chaplain with the heal. Not entirely the same though. But AoE, you can book up more damage. Goes to a 75% chance. And it goes to a 3-turn cooldown for your decreased attack, which in faction crypts is extremely powerful. And that's where I'm probably going to get most use out of her. I mean, Doom Tower rooms if there's dwarf rooms, I think, but that's maybe about it. Fend them off. Now this is what I like about her. Places a 50% ally protection buff and continuous heal on all allies for 2 turns except her. She's the protector of the team. You get a decreased attack. You can also get decreased defense. All in all, a very strong little champion. I think when it comes to faction wars, I think you genuinely need her in order to have a better chance of finishing it off. I could be wrong. Do not quote me on it, but it's entirely possible. So do we need to... So this one right here, Sally the Mourner, she has it as well, so let's just start with the move that we're looking for. She is the reviver that everybody really does want. They might say they don't, but they do. She's a great champion. She has an AoE that goes to a 100% chance of placing decreased attack for 2 turns. Also places increased attack buff on all allies for 2 turns. She's so powerful. A1, chance to reduce turn meter. Really good. Requiem revives all dead allies, 75% HP. Then fills their turn meters by 50%. You then get increased defense and strengthen for 3 turns, which is like stupidly strong. So although she has the decreased attack, this chick here, she could carry bannerless, pretty much keep you alive, keep reviving you if she's quick enough. Not sure how hard it hits, but the decreased attack is there, and I would bring her into faction crypts again, so that's where it's seeming to be most useful, or it seems useful. Now we just have a few more, so let's go. Let's try and find Stagnite, another champion you get for free. You get a few champs for free, but Stagnite arguably, along with Syl, is probably the 2 best. And what people love him for is Hunt Master. You will come in, do an AoE attack that can hit pretty damn hard, and you can book it to 95, 100 with the masteries if you choose it. Then you'll get the 100% decreased defense and decreased attack big version for 2 turns. This is good. He's great in clan boss, he's great in arena, he's great pretty much everywhere. I mean, he could help for sure in Nightmare Campaign. Just all around, this move will smack people. On his A1, 2 hitter, still good for Fire Knight. Placing decreased speed, the big version of that for 2 turns. You can increase your damage on your chance with books, obviously. And this is also really good. Places an increased accuracy buff on an ally for 1 turn each time the ally has a debuff resisted. So arena could be handy, clan boss could be handy if your accuracy is a bit low. This will help top it up. But your boy Stagnite, he brings Hunt Master. You see him in Spider, you see him all over the place. And he lands decreased defense and decreased attack. Give him accuracy, make him tanky. If you can get the crit rate to go with it, if you have the gear, that's even better. because you're just going to get way more power out of them. Now there is obviously a lot more. We could do like an epic AOB Volume 2 with like Nizana, Oathbound, Vorgoth, Padma, there's Arsene, Irehide, there's Caden, so there is quite a few, but that's the ones I wanted to run through and just continuing the little thing we've got going on. And I think we're at the end of the video now. So that is epic champions that have the big version of decrease attack, the 50% version. And Vilisink, thank you for tuning in. See you soon.